Good afternoon, this is Mr. Coleman with your latest in the series of videos entitled Maths Revision Outside the Classroom. This is likely to be the last video in the current series and is entitled Angles. There are three types of angles. There are acute angles, which are less than 90. There are obtuse angles between 90 and 180, and there are reflex angles between 180 and 360. Special case is of course the 90-degree angle, which is a right angle. Now, angles next to each other on a straight line always add up to 180 because they form a semicircle. Angles around a point always add up to 360 because they form a circle. Angles that are vertically opposite one another in an X shape are equal. Angles which are alternate to one another when we have parallel lines, so we form a Z shape, the angles on either side of the Z are equal, and they're called alternate angles. Where we have a pair of parallel lines and we form an F shape like that, the angles below the parallel lines are equal. They're called corresponding angles because they're in corresponding positions. And angles that form a U or a C made by two parallel lines are called interior angles. They're the angles inside. So if it's a U, they're the angles there and there. And if it's a C, they're the angles there and there. They're called interior angles because they're inside the parallel lines, and they add up to 180. The angles of a triangle also always add up to 180. If it's an equilateral triangle, then each angle is equal. So it's 180 divided by 3 is 60 degrees. Each angle is 60 degrees. When we have an isosceles triangle, there are two equal sides and two equal angles. It's the angles between the unequal sides that are equal. When we have a quadrilateral, for instance a square or a rectangle or a parallelogram, the angles add up to 360 degrees. If it's a regular quadrilateral, in other words a square, each angle is 90, 360 divided by 4. Well, that's it for angles. You should now go and do some practice, but it's goodbye from me.